this is Rafa. So the longest book slump I ever was in was for 6 years. For 6 years, I don't think I read a single book unless it was required for school. Most of that time I was in college, so that's the main reason why I didn't read anything. But that's actually how I discovered BookTube, because I was trying to rediscover this love that I used to have for reading. So I feel like my biggest struggle during my slump was books just couldn't hold my attention, and I would get bored really easily. So the first book that really got me excited was Scythe by Neal Shusterman. If you watch my channel, you'll probably get sick and tired of how often I talk about Scythe, but I just really love this book. This book is a dystopian story that takes place in a world where they have pretty much gotten rid of anything that could lead to death. But to maintain population control, they have these people called scythes, and they're responsible for killing people at random, or gleaning them as it's called in the book. Oh, and in this story, the government pretty much controls what kind of job you have, and that includes becoming a scythe. So that's where our main characters come in. They're basically chosen against their will to become scythes. So as you'd imagine, this is a very morally difficult job. We're also getting an inside look of the corruption that comes with having a job like this. This world is just really fascinating, and it's told in a way that you're constantly hooked and in suspense the whole time. I completely flew through this 3-book series, and I always think about it. I feel like this story has something for everyone regardless of what you normally read, so I usually recommend this book to everyone. Next, if you want like a fast-paced mystery that's thrilling, I recommend anything by Riley Sager, but the book by him that I started with is Lock Every Door. If you like the show Only Murders in the Building with Selena Gomez, I feel like you'd also really like this book because they're very similar, especially since this also takes place in an expensive New York City apartment with weird, suspicious residents. So this story follows a girl who's being paid to stay in one of the units in this apartment building, but the woman who was staying in this unit before her went missing, so that's already sketchy, and we quickly realize that there's something not quite right about this building. There's also a really fun plot twist at the end of this book that I didn't see coming. I honestly credit this book for launching me into my love for thrillers, which is probably now my favorite genre. So I have a lot of recommendations for thriller books. Let me know if you'd like to see another video on that in the future, but for now, here's one more. And that's What Lies Between Us by John Marrs. I think about this book all the time. It's absolutely insane and full of twists. It follows 2 women who live in a house together, and one of them is confined to the attic, and she only comes down for dinner every day. And that's pretty much all I want to tell you going into this book, because everything that happens is a crazy twist. If you're worried about being bored while reading, then this is the book for you, because I don't remember there being a single boring moment in this. Another book that got me personally out of my reading slump is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This book is just a fun time. In this story, we're following a group of thieves known as the Six of Crows who are about to embark on their craziest, most deadly heist ever. This book is just an easy, fun read with enjoyable, funny characters that really hooks your attention. This book has also been made into a Netflix show combined with the Shadow and Bone series that's also by the same author and takes place in this universe, so go check that out after you finish reading this book. Another book that I just started reading recently, I know I'm super late to the hype, is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm still in the middle of this book, but I think it's a great one for beginners, especially if you kind of like the inside look into celebrity life and the glitz and glam of old Hollywood. In this book, the main character is writing an autobiography about the famous star Evelyn Hugo, and we're going through her entire life story and learning more about her 7 husbands. This is just an easy, fun read, so it's a great one to start with if you're getting out of a reading slump. If you're into superheroes or a good villain origin story, you need to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is told in multiple timelines, some taking place 10 years ago, some a few days ago, some a few nights ago, and in the present, the main character has just gotten out of prison and wants revenge against his old college roommate who he blames for putting him in prison in the first place. Every single character in this book is so messed up, and you don't even know who the real villain is because they're all pretty morally gray, and that's putting it lightly. This book is pretty dark, but there's some cute, wholesome moments in this, surprisingly, especially when it came to this found family storyline that I absolutely adored. So if you're looking for a wild ride in a book you can't put down, this is the one. So for the sake of keeping this video short, those are all my recommendations for today. Let me know if you want more, and let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!